Hello, and welcome to William Hrdina's Simple Journeys to Odd Destinations. Today's story, The Cult of Synergy, was recorded on Dogwood Trail, a trail in the middle of the woods outside of Portland. Hope you enjoy the story, so without further ado, here we go. The Cult of Synergy, a short story by William Hrdina. Synergy. The working together of two or more people, organizations, or things, especially when the result is greater than the sum of their individual effects or capabilities. The cult of synergy, as we fondly refer to ourselves, meets in boardrooms, long after even the most hard-working schmoo has gone home to his wife and 2.3 kids. If you've ever been driving down a city street in the middle of the night and looked up into the topmost window of a high-rise and thought you saw a light and maybe some sort of commotion, then chances are you've caught a glimpse of one of our meetings. The members of my club are, to outside appearances, just like everyone else you see walking the halls of corporate America. But looks can be deceiving. Indeed, this is one of the cornerstone ideals of the organization. I'm writing this down as a type of confessional, so I suppose it's inappropriate of me to be so vague. In the spirit of the document, I need to just come forward and admit who I am and what I know. For I'm not just a member of this club. I'm the president. Not only that, I'm personally responsible for what might be the single greatest accomplishment in our centuries-old history. Ah, see there? I let something slip. My organization does indeed go back quite a ways. We make all the other historical conspiracies look silly. The Masons, the Rosicrucians, the Knights Templar, the secret cabal of Kentucky Fried Chicken workers who take baths in dish sinks. They're all Johnny-come-latelys to the secret society game, at least in comparison to us. My organization started at the very dawn of humanity. If prostitution was the first profession, ours was surely the second. We are the cult of synergy. We're the ones who matched up the hookers with the animal hide manufacturers. Synergy. We taught the hookers to say, "I won't let my bare ass touch any tiger hides not prepared by Ugh in the damp cave down by the pond," in exchange for free samples of the aforementioned tiger hides from Ugh. Of course, our people got a few tiger hides too, for the effort. When in the early days of religion, the gods demanded sacrifices, we were the ones who inked the deals with the goat, pig, and boar people. We had the suppliers tell us what number of animals could consistently be supplied to the animal sacrifice market, and met with the religious hierarchs to coordinate the celebration feasts to meet the demand. If lambs were lean one year, then by contract the priest would say to the people the oracle had spoken and told the people to slaughter more pigs and less lambs. Boom, problem solved. You see? Synergy. War? That's largely a result of long-standing deals with varying groups of arms manufacturers and coffin makers through the generation. Can't really make a living sharpening spear points if the fruits of your labor aren't consistently getting broken off in the skulls of whatever group of people happen to live on the land next to yours. The market demands growth. Things really got moving when we connected arms dealers with the governments and the churches. That was a masterstroke. Bob Hanrahan, the guy who put that honey of a deal together, we have a statue of him we keep in the basement of our most sacred secret temple deep beneath Madison Avenue. It only gets brought out for the most special of occasions. There are vile stories that we kill babies and pour their blood on the statue of Bob Hanrahan, that we have sex with the statue and coat its surface with our foul substances. These are lies spread by the jealous and the ignorant. But that's enough of a history lesson, you get the idea. Besides, Bob Hanrahan's time is over. Now it's my time. Time for Johnny Swango to shine. Time for me to put my stamp on the world so no one will ever forget I was here. And I deserve it, because whether people see it or not, there's an art to what I do. Some people say I'm evil. Some people say I'm a crass, cynical jerk to whom nothing is sacred. I'm going to argue nothing could be further from the truth. Instead of the devil, I think I'm a saint. What I do is important. Vital, really. So why am I calling this a confession? Because despite what I just said, we have, I fear, gone a wee bit over the line this time, even for us. I know what I'm going to do is wrong, but this knowledge is not going to stop me, because I get to do something very few men get to do. Something I think most women would say no one should ever do, and they're probably right, but I don't care. I'm about to rewrite 2,000 years of history at a pen stroke. Who gets to do that? This guy, that's who. I might get my own statue right next to Bob Hanrahan. Hell, I might get a bigger statue than Bob Hanrahan. As soon as I get done setting this story to paper, I'm going to go downstairs and sign, with the Pope, an agreement to an official reinterpretation of long-standing Catholic doctrine. From this day forward, the Catholic Church is reversing its stated dogma regarding Jesus in the Last Supper. The existing story that Jesus turned his blood into wine will be denounced as an unfortunate mistranslation. From now on, the story of the Last Supper will feature Jesus lifting his cup, which would eventually become the Holy Grail, another nice product tie-in if you ask me, up to heaven and say, "Take this all of you and drink from it. This is my blood, made from the fabulously thirst-quenching Coca-Cola, which I've given up for you." Can you believe it? I mean, seriously. Quite a coup, huh? If Dad could see me, well, he'd probably be appalled. He was one of those whiny tree-hugger types. The saddest thing about my old man, his whole shtick with the Save the Earth and all that hokum, we were the ones who came up with that. We connected the limited resource people with the worrywarts a couple of centuries ago for a guy who wanted to increase his sales volume of bumper stickers. It's old hat now. We're behind all kinds of stuff. Product placement in television shows and movies, that was us. Chocolate and peanut butter, yep. The Iron Maiden, us again. They used to paint the name of a popular chicken place on the front of the lid. That was us too. On this new deal, in addition to the reinterpretation of dogma, there's also going to be a whole bunch of newly discovered pages from the Gospels of both Luke and John, which will state Jesus was the personal inventor of Coca-Cola. But the knowledge of how to make it was lost through time, like the One Ring in The Lord of the Rings, until it popped up again when Frodo, John Peabody, rediscovered it while experimenting with mixtures of wine and cocaine. You know, for the kids. In exchange for this, the corporation Coca-Cola, legally a human entity granted the same rights afforded the rest of us, will convert to Catholicism and begin tithing the church recommended 10%. Tithing? Man, that was another stroke of brilliance. In addition to a binding contract legally obliging Coca-Cola to incorporate religious iconography into their advertising, the church is also going to be legally obligated to leave 2-3 liters of soda on either end of the altar at all times, as well as to put a Coca-Cola logo on the hymnals and inside the front cover of all the Bibles. All in all, I think it's a great fit. Catholicism needed some updating and could use the money after all those unfortunate court cases. The soda people have been trying to get their products into the religion business for decades. But it took me to actually get everyone to the table to put ink on the deal. My take? $11 million. Amount of time I actually spent working to make this happen? A remarkable 59 hours. The rest of the time I spent messing around, doing crossword puzzles, and taking little naps. Synergy. It's a beautiful thing.